I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you either. And I'm not going to lie to you about that. I will never lie to you or hide anything that's in my past.
What kind of person says repeatedly that they don't lie, they're not going to lie to you, and they're never going to lie to you about what they did in their past? Who says that? Basically, who says that is a liar. Because if you're telling the truth, you don't have to tell the public that you're never going to lie to them. You just simply tell the truth and let it stand. But that's not what John Feyen can do. John Feyen has to lie about his past. He has to tell the public the opposite of what is true. He's not the only one who lies in plain sight. Loveland City Manager Steve Adams did the same thing, and Steve Adams lied to a deputy. That is inconceivable to me.
The tip stuff later in the week, and so maybe I can catch boats at that point.
Steve?
Yes.
Can I talk to you in here for a second? Can you tell me was there an incident that happened out in the hallway here? Can you tell me what happened when you came out of the courtroom?
No, I just walked past the person who's taking my picture.
The lady with the camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
I never said a word or...
Did you touch her at all?
I did not touch her.
You didn't touch her physically?
Nope. He was
Nothing
very
like
careful
that?
not to touch her.
Okay. What's your last name?
Adams,
Can you give me your date of birth?
12/9/52.
12/9. So you walked out of the courtroom.
Yeah, and there was all this crowd here, and I was moving around. I mean, we had to move around closer to her to get, because there was another group trying to get into the court while we were trying to get out.
So you came out of the courtroom, made a right and joined
No,
left?
no, I was over on this L shape right there.
Okay, so you just came out of the courtroom, came this way. You saw her with the camera, but you didn't
Didn't touch her.
touch her.
And I kind of got diverted by traffic, people wandering around.
Do you know who she is?
Yeah, her name is Stacy Lynn.
Okay. Do you know who she works for?
I have no idea. She's an independent journalist.
No contact made?
No, I did not touch her.
Okay. You're here all day, right?
Yeah, I'm here in this court.
So right now she's claiming that you physically touched her
I did not touch her.
and shoulder checked her.
No. I did
Okay.
not.
So we're gonna review cameras and see what we can find.
Yeah,
Just to let you know.
yeah, I'm careful not to
Okay.
want to do that stuff.
You're obviously gonna.
But these officials are operating under the belief that they're untouchable. They have that belief because for decades in Larimer County, corrupt officials have been untouchable.
Up here at 5:30, an investigative journalist says she was assaulted by Loveland city manager and it was caught on camera. The city manager, Steve Adams, charged with harassment, but then entered a diversion agreement.
The city's mayor is now making a new motion for city council to take up in hopes for more accountability. Fox 31's Gabrielle Franklin is on it tonight.
The city's mayor, as well as the victim in this case, said that this particular incident is just one in a pattern of problematic behavior.
So for the past 8 months, I haven't been able to talk about the facts or the evidence out of respect for the judicial process and for Mr. Adams' due process rights. So now that all of the case has been resolved and the evidence has been released, I thought it was time that the community understands exactly what had happened.
Stacy Lynn has been an investigative journalist for 16 years. Earlier this year, she encountered an unfortunate first.
Nothing like this. No physical interactions, no assaults, no harassment to this level. Not in 16 years. Did you see that? Did you see that?
Yeah. Lynn is referring to an incident she and another bystander captured on camera following the city's loss in a case they brought against Mayor Jackie Marsh over access to public records. Lynn says she was recording a group of city workers after the decision was handed down.
And then city manager Steve Adams he increased his rate of walking and then hit me with his shoulder. And it happened so fast I didn't have time to put my camera on it. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't have time to brace. It just out of nowhere shoulder checked me, and I was shocked.
I think arguably the city manager is the most powerful person in the city. We are a strong city manager, so it's a weak mayor government. We act as a body of 9 people. The city manager has a lot of clout.
Mayor Marsh says originally a review of the city manager's performance and criminal charge of harassment was scheduled to take place tomorrow, but was delayed until next month. With the city manager entering into an agreement designed to give first-time offenders a second chance last month, the mayor put forward a motion to suspend the manager without pay until the council can talk about it.
Waiting even till November 15th. Some people would say that's okay and others would say it's not. But to delay it again until December 20th, and then what if that meeting runs long? Some on council want to see this delayed. Suspension with pay, in my opinion, is the correct path to go.
And the mayor says that she knows that city council may not back her move to suspend the city manager without pay, but she said she still believes that this is the right thing to do. We did reach out to the city manager for comment about all of this, and we have not heard back from him at this hour. Reporting in Larimer County, Gabrielle Franklin, Fox 31.
All right, thanks to Gabrielle. They're here in Denver.
So, Madam Mayor, council members, as you know, this agenda item is related to a disputed incident that occurred at the Larimer County Justice Center on March 29, 2022. About a year later, on March 7, 2023, Stacy Lynn sued Steve Adams for various claims related to the disputed incident. Since then, the parties have engaged in motion work related to the claims and the scope of accessible information. In late December, the parties engaged in successful mediation led by former Judge Susan L. Macy. The city believes that the conditional negotiated settlement has value to the city and should be duly considered by council. Council is being asked to approve the settlement because it provides certainty that the matter is resolved and the costs of litigation are financially capped. An end to the litigation also means that city resources are freed up and avoids discovery and trial, wherein many members of staff and council could be witnesses. Remember, neither party makes any admissions by this agreement. It simply represents a path forward for both sides. While the city is unable to discuss the merits of the case because the case remains active until it is dismissed, Plaintiff Lynn and the city have executed a stipulated motion to dismiss the case. They have filed a proposed order to dismiss the case with prejudice, and they have entered into a conditional settlement wherein the city will pay Ms. Lynn $110,000 plus cover the cost of mediation that was about $3,600. The city paid approximately $35,757 prior to mediation to defend the case. In total, the cost of settlement plus mediation plus the updated attorney's fees is approximately $154,357 to date. Finally, Attorney Marnie Nathan Kloster, who represented the city manager in this litigation, is attending the meeting remotely to answer questions to the extent she is able. And that concludes my presentation.
A most difficult aspect of telling this story is revealing what John Feyen and Justin Smith did that was so maliciously false. But the public has a right to know. The public has a right to know that the current sheriff of Larimer County, John Feyen, is a liar in his official capacity. I don't know what he does in his private life, and I don't care. What I care about is what John Feyen and the former sheriff, Justin Smith, have done to the public in their official capacity. And both of their careers as law enforcement officers has been filled with deceiving the public, breaking the law, and lying about their own illegal actions. I'm not the only one that Sheriff John Feyen and Sheriff Justin Smith have damaged. There are others, and those stories will be told. But for now, I have to use the evidence that I have. The public has a right to see those facts as they relate to John Feyen and Justin Smith's illegal actions. And so the next few videos will break down exactly what Sheriff Justin Smith and Sheriff John Feyen did to deceive the public, to get John Feyen elected, and basically to destroy my career as a credible researcher, a credible journalist, and to destroy the most sacred relationship between me and my child. But that's not all they did. They destroyed my career as a public speaker and vastly impacted my work with children as a substitute teacher at private schools, as a woman who cares deeply for the success and thriving of all children. They took that from me as well. And you'll see with your own eyes, court documents, and in their own words, Justin Smith and John Feyen's own words, how they did it.
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you either. And I'm not going to lie to you about that. I will never lie to you or hide anything that's in my past.